What is up, Sooner Nation? Welcome back to Double Trouble Live with the Sooner Surge. Appreciate everyone being on here. We'll get started here tonight. There is plenty to talk about because there's always plenty to talk about, Jay, in the world of sports.
Oh, yeah.
Appreciate everyone being on here. We'll start rolling the comments here on the screen. Hunter is not with us tonight, so we will be running the comments. We will be running the comments by ourselves tonight, so bear with us again. Evening, Ron. Appreciate you being on. Again, happy Tuesday to everyone. That's what day it is, right, Jay? Tuesday?
It is Tuesday. Yep, no Hunter. I see Jackson's comment, OU media team the best. We need a whole segment dedicated to the best. And Jackson is a media guy with Bixby. So, Jackson, I'm sure you love the media stuff. So maybe you'll be doing that one day there at Oklahoma.
Hey, speaking of media, did you see I forget who posted the thing on Twitter about Stoops? It's pretty elite.
Yeah, that was a Molinar, Houston Molinar. That's a really cool video.
Great video.
Put that together. And I'm Jeremy, that's probably the thing I'm looking least forward to this weekend, and that's Drake Stoops' last game. It's going to be just so sad, really, seeing him out there for the last time. You gotta think that in the future he'll be back at OU in some fashion, whether it be coaching or whatever it may be.
But, and it's not just that. I mean, the whole Stoops family is going to be on the field for senior day. Like,
yeah,
Bob's going to be back down there. There's going to be some tears in the audience, I'm sure, and in the fan base, because
he's got to get a touchdown on Friday, man.
Got to get a tutty. It makes me wonder now. Hey, we do got to talk about this game because TCU is much improved to what they were earlier in the year.
Yeah, they're playing better.
They're playing a lot better, better.
And the quarterback's thrown for I think 300 or 400 yards in a few weeks.
It's the new quarterback.
He's hot. He's good. Freshman, really good. So
yeah, so it'll be a test. I mean, and not just because TCU's improved, but you have a different week for OU. OU's not used to playing on a Friday. Hey, Mars.
Hey, Mars.
Too. OU's not accustomed to playing on a Friday. It's new. So I think, even a short week in general, OU's not used to. So you got that. You got the improvement of TCU, Hoover, as Jackson says, the quarterback Hoover. So, yeah, lots to look at.
You know what I get tired of hearing, and maybe I said it before, but I think it's stupid the more I think about it. The people that think, well, TCU's playing for a bowl game, it's going to mean more to them. I think that's hogwash. I mean, you don't think the college kids and the coaches, every game means something to them? I think that's stupid. Otherwise, you're saying
Jay, bowl games are pretty important because it gives you so many more extra practices.
So you're saying that
guys are getting to go. Guys are getting to go on a trip. Hey,
so,
Ron.
Jeremy, you're saying they're more motivated because they have a chance to make a bowl game that they wouldn't be as motivated playing in Norman anyway?
I don't know. I think kids can be motivated very easily these days. Ron, I think the rest is not an issue with OU. Now, there's some guys you got to think about. Stutzman was fighting the food poisoning or whatever. I mean, it could take a while to recover from that fully. And you got the DG injury, Farouk. Again, I go back, guys. Each day this further gets closer to the game that I'm saying no DG. My personal opinion. I go back to what BV said. His term that was used was he's available. Well, Tyler Guyton was available last week, and he did not play. Lori, you don't need to apologize for being late. We just appreciate you being on here.
Hey, Jeremy, I agree with you on Dylan Gabriel not playing probably. I heard Kel Gundy today, I believe, on Sports Animal say that in the whole time he coached at Oklahoma, no player played the week after a concussion protocol. Now, this is a shorter week, and what we don't know is whether it was a concussion. That's what hasn't been confirmed. But if it is, then he's probably not going to play. And Lori, where did you hear that, Lori? I have not heard that.
No, I don't know where you heard that, Lori. I'd like to know where you heard it. Maybe it was behind a paywall on some side. I don't know, but I have not heard that. I would think if that was being said, then it would have been all over the place. Hey, Teague, there is a couple of ways OU gets in the Big 12 championship, and the easiest way for OU is BYU goes into Stillwater and wins. That's it.
Yeah.
Lori heard it from who?
OCF.
OCF. Hey, Coconut Greg, I'm with you.
Bowl game, Jeremy? Yes or no?
Look, if it is a concussion and it's his third one, that raises some serious questions. Now, I again think that if he's 80%, he goes out on Friday. They give him a standing O. He hugs BV after handing the ball off and gets a standing O and tips his helmet. Well, whatever you want to say, but I think it's Jackson Arnold this Friday.
Hey, that would be interesting, Lori, if that did happen. I don't know.
Hey,
you know what?
Look, if someone's in a chat saying they knew sources, I highly doubt that they're probably legitimate. Just saying.
I would agree. Hey, Jeremy, do you think just this scenario here with DG?
I agree, Jackson.
Jeremy, if DG doesn't go pro, what about him being like a quarterback coach at Oklahoma and then going into coaching?
No.
You don't think he'd be a good coach?
Quarterback coach? No.
You don't think he'd be a good coach?
No. Jay,
look at Ron. Look at Ron.
Hey, I like what Ron says. That's exactly right.
This is nothing against Dollar General, but you never know what you're going to get there probably.
Hey, Gabe Eichert, yeah, I'm sure Gabe didn't say it, and Gabe's pretty blunt, but yeah, I mean, look, if Levy leaves, we'll know right after the last game they play, maybe before the bowl game, but I don't even think that. Look, and Mark's right. You don't want DG coaching quarterbacks. Now, if a Caleb Kelly type position, a kind of a liaison or a relationship builder, absolutely. And I just don't think, as far as mechanics, I mean, I don't think that would be anything.
Yeah, Quentin,
you got a chance, Quentin. Don't blow it. Don't blow it, Quentin. Did you see the new CFP rankings, guys?
Saw him, and listen, Quentin, I think Quentin's right. I think Texas is going to win the Big 12. I would be shocked at this point. I mean, you're talking you have to beat Texas Tech at home and OSU in Jerry World. Probably, I think
massive disappointment and choke job if Texas doesn't get that done.
And listen, if Texas wins out, are they in the playoff? That's the big thing everybody's
talking about. It all depends on what happens.
Hey, I heard Paul Feinbaum today. And guys, I'm working on it. I think I might be getting Feinbaum back on the show. But anyway, he said that there's no way Alabama's getting left out with one loss. Zero chance.
Which means Texas would have to go if they went out. You'd think, but they might get hosed. Like
Florida State's the team. Florida State's probably going to get hosed if they go undefeated. Probably.
Hey, here's the deal. OU sits at 13. Ole Miss is on the road this week. Penn State's on the road this week.
Penn State's Jeremy. Oh my gosh! Did you see who Penn State plays?
Michigan State.
That's a win.
Missouri's on the road in Louisville. If one of those teams loses, probably OU's getting in.
Jeremy, who's Louisville play?
The New Year's Six bowl game.
Who's Louisville play?
I have no idea.
Okay, but you know who Missouri plays?
At Arkansas, Jay.
Arkansas.
You're back. In your back door.
They're not losing that. And then you got Penn State playing Michigan State. The best chance OU gets to make a New Year's Six, you got to have Texas make the playoff. We've already talked.
And you got to have Georgia beat Bama, and then it's OU Bama.
Coconut Greg, you say if Bama wins out, you think they get left out. So you're saying if Florida State wins out too, that they take Florida State and Bama.
It all depends, Jay, because if Washington wins out too, I mean, it all depends. Louisville could lose to Kentucky and the Stoops Bros.
Oh, 100%.
Hey, obviously, guys, big news. If you saw, maybe you saw the video earlier. If you saw that, we talked about Grant Briggs. Before we do that, though, I heard the OC, Sean Lewis, is going to be at Oklahoma next season.
That's what Mars Jam says. A lot of rumors going around right now.
From Colorado?
Yeah.
He's
not calling plays at Colorado right now.
What?
He's not calling plays at Colorado.
No, he's not. He got benched from that job. Hey, Jay, I think Levy's the guy unless he wants to go elsewhere or they're getting rid of him because of off the field stuff. That is the only way.
Yeah, I think right now it's just a lot of rumors out there. The big thing today, though, is Grant Briggs fonged to Nebraska. There it is, Lori. I just told you. Grant Briggs, Steve Wilfong, he's been fonged to Nebraska. And listen.
Fong has been wrong before, but.
It doesn't sound good from the article I read from Fong about Briggs. Now, Who knows? There's still a chance. I mean, I don't know. He could still take a visit to K-State. I don't know, but it just seems like after visiting an OU and then him being fonged, not a good sign for Oklahoma.
Hey, Jackson, so sad.
Why is it sad? He's going
he's
to where
not
he wants
hurt.
to go.
He didn't pass away.
Hey, you know what I get tired of?
It's disappointing if you don't. And first, I'm going to get to it, Jay. I would rather have Seth Littrell too. He's been at Power 5 schools and has proven himself. Okay. And Deion did make an emotional decision. I agree. I don't think Deion's it. Don't think he'll ever be it. But this whole Grant Briggs. And do we need to read the definition of Sunshine Pumper, Jay?
We might need to read it. Do you have it?
I'm sick of OU Sunshine Pumpers. I don't care. I'll say it. I'm sick of people saying things like, quote, well, we didn't really need Briggs. We're pretty good without him. We didn't really want Briggs. Come on, guys.
Well, Jeremy, I do get tired of when OU thinks they're going to land a guy, they're all high. And then when they don't, it's like, well, we didn't really need him or we didn't really want him. We're good.
That's hogwash.
That's bogus. They did want Briggs. They 100% needed Briggs. Listen, and I agree with Granite Guy. He's going to where is close to home. And listen, I've never been one to bash recruits. Go where you want to go. It's your decision. Kudos to Grant Briggs if he does end up going to Nebraska. Go be great at Nebraska. I would love to have Briggs, but I'm not going to bash the kid if that's where he wants to go. So
no, it's not.
But listen, do not tell me that that now OU's going to be fine without him. That was a big recruit they needed. So
Mark says remembers a Koye's interview where he said him and another player silently committed during his visit, but it stayed looking like OU was out of it. Meanwhile, he was already committed. Maybe it's a similar. I
never say never.
Grant Briggs wants to play close to home, and so be it. But again, do not say that OU. Don't be someone who says, "Well, OU kind of just didn't really want him." I think that's and look, Nebraska is dead, but Matt Rule's turning it around. I'll die on that hill. I think Matt Rule's the guy for that job.
And I think he's doing a great job.
I think Briggs might want to be a part of that kind of culture shift there and change. But I don't think it's not time for a new O-line coach. Bill Beatembo is one of the greatest, if not the greatest. Look at who's playing on Sundays. A lot of OU linemen. He's great at developing. He's not an elite recruiter. I can say that. He's not an elite recruiter, but he's a great developer.
Yeah, I don't think you look at, he turns 3 or 4 stars into great players, though. That's the thing about him. He doesn't have to get a 5-star. That doesn't mean I don't want a 5-star. Daggum want a 5-star. And I think OU, if they don't land Briggs, they missed out on Briggs, Seaton, maybe EPL. There's a lot they missed out on there to close the class. Now, they did get Daniel Antakubu, who's going to be a great player. And you got Joshua Sosa. I mean, they still got guys. But I think Isaiah Autry, they got guys. So it's just I am disappointed if they don't land Briggs. And who knows? It's not over. We've seen OU grab guys late, but it's not looking good at this point, Lori.
Hey, Jimmy, dominant. OU's had some pretty doggone dominant linemen. Maybe as a group, I don't know. There's been some good lines since 2017. Look at the numbers the offense has put up. Now, if you just want to say
Mark's right.
What?
Mark's right. Soon as he left, that's what you heard from OU. And guys, it's that way. Even I remember last year with David Hicks, Jeremy, when OU didn't land him. What was the talk? It was like we didn't want him. He was. It's just like silly. It's silly talk.
Yeah, I don't. Hey, Brian from this is no, this isn't ATL Brian, is it? Yeah. Hey, Brian, you're right, but that was Craig Johnson's ATL. Sorry. Brian, I don't mind the mindset of, well, we lost, we didn't get him, let's move on. That's a great mindset. I don't like, well, we didn't really want him. And I don't know if that's I'm not saying that's being said. I just hear a lot of OU fans saying that.
I think a lot of OU fans are also upset they didn't get him. But the portal's a real thing, Jeremy, as Mars Jam says. Beatembo could go dominate in the portal. He got Rouse last year. You got Matoyer a few years ago, so you can. What is this? Ron says, calling it silly will get you banned on some channel. Hey, listen, Here's the thing, though. We're fans, okay? We can, if we want to say it, we can, Ron. I mean, that's
And
kind of the way it is
and
here.
Dow Post is right. In the end, OU won a natty in 2000. I know it's different. It's 2023. OU won a natty with 3 stars. They weren't high.
Jeremy,
I mean,
it's a different world, dude.
it is, but what
Jeremy.
Dow Post says is right, Jay. Kansas and OSU don't have better players.
But Jeremy, to win a national championship, you got to have 5 stars. Would you agree?
OU's got some now. Still
Would you agree? Would you agree with that?
I agree.
Why do you think Texas is getting better now? Well, they're getting a lot better.
You got one in Jackson Arnold that we might see a lot of on Friday. Yeah. Tatum's going to be the real deal. I really
hope so. I think so.
Hey, are we going to do a trivia question here, Jay?
And I agree. Kansas and Okie State won't win a natty. Yeah, first trivia of the night. I'm going to go with a pretty easy one, I think. Now, we'll see. It might not be easy, but obviously Drake Stoops' last home game. Drop it in the comments here. First one to get it will win the trivia of the night. First one, Drake Stoops. What number has he been at Oklahoma? There's been 2 numbers he's worn. What are they? First one to get it. Let's see if you got it. This might be pretty easy.
Everyone knows the 1 number, but do they know the other number?
Yeah, I think it's pretty easy, but we'll see.
Not 8.
Not 8. Not 8, Teague. 82. No, not 82 and 12. Nope.
Gavin Freeman was 82.
Gavin Freeman is 82.
Is 82.
81 and 12. Nope, Brian.
I hope we're right on this, Jay.
I'm dead right on this one. Lori says 12. That's
you got 12. What's the other one, Lori?
Freshman year.
Freshman year, 2018. He's been there forever, dude. 2018.
It's crazy.
Not 84, Jimmy.
No. Do we need to give a hint?
No. Someone will get it.
I'd give a good hint.
Oh, you are going to? I'll just say this. His brother, Isaac Stoops. Isaac Stoops was number 23.
Correct. Not 13, not 3. Should I give a good hint? Nope, not 12.
Not 83.
This hint would give it away. I can't say it. Not 43.
Isaac Stoops was 23.
Not 32.
Not
That's
32.
A good guess,
not 32 again.
That's a good guess with 23 and 32.
Not 33. Not 86. Stumped him, Jay.
I'm going to give him a hint.
What's the hint?
Oh,
there it is right there.
There it is.
Johnny Robertson
got it. 25. 25, Drake Stoops. Hard to remember back then, but he did wear number 25.
Freshman year, he only played like 2 games, and he wore number 25. Isaac Stoops was 23. Johnny Robertson, Roberson or Robertson? I'm not sure.
Roberson, yeah.
First guess is correct. 12 and 13 add up to 25, though. Mark.
Yeah, but that's not right.
Number 1 in our hearts. You're absolutely right, man. Number 1 in our hearts, Ron Brown.
Yeah,
Jay,
that's right.
Again, earlier I said DG. I think that he's 15% or less. And someone earlier before the trivia mentioned that I think it was Believe and Be Saved Ministries that it's going to be very tough and risky to stick a guy out there if there's any kind of concussion protocol.
I agree with you. And I don't – if you had ask me right now, I'm saying he's probably not playing. I mean, you're 2 days basically from the game. Game's at 11 a.m. So I would
One
say
more
no.
practice day is really all you got. Thursday, you do kind of your walkthrough.
Yeah, correct. So I don't see it happening. And this is a great point. I love this by Horn Sideways. I love this comment.
Is this true?
It's very true. It depends, but a lot of the 5 stars do have the egos. Now, not all of them, though. That's the thing. It's a mix. You got to find the right character guys.
And some guys are just
A&M had the big wide receiver hitting the portal, Evan Stewart, 5-star.
Emmett Jones going to go after him.
There's going to be a lot of Alabama's going. There's a lot of big schools going after him. A lot of portals going to be happening. December 4th, the portal opens.
But the other thing about 5 stars is sometimes the evaluation on these guys is bad. A 3-star is really more like a 4-star.
Well, and You look at Bill Beanabo, I think one of the only 5 stars he got ended up not panning out, and Bray Walker.
Yeah, Bray Walker didn't pan out. Bookie didn't pan out. Who was the receiver? Trey Matoyer?
Yeah.
He didn't pan
You
out.
got the running back Calhoun.
Jeremy Calhoun didn't pan out. Everyone said he's going to be the next Adrian Peterson. Yeah, right.
Clayton Smith, same way.
Hey, Ron.
Hazelwood.
The thing is, when you're dealing with training staff, the ball won't ever be in his hands. They ain't going to allow it.
Hey, what do you think happened with Hazelwood, guys? I mean, listen, Hazelwood, if you would have told me
injuries,
if you'd have told me coming out of high school, though, he would for sure be in the NFL, wouldn't you think?
2 knee injuries. He didn't have speed. He's a possession receiver.
He did have speed.
Jackson says, and Jackson does follow recruiting pretty well. 3-star O lineman Harrison Moore decommitted from Vandy. Could be a name to watch. And also there was a 6'9". Listen, 6'9", 308-pounder from Yale.
I saw that dude.
6'9". I don't care what stars he is. Jay, have you ever seen the movie Air Up There?
Yeah.
The guy from Wanabe.
I remember that, yeah.
Jay, people used to say we look like Kevin Bacon.
Well.
Guys, do we look like Kevin Bacon? Kevin Bacon movie. You ever seen the Air Up There for the guy from Wanabe?
Hey, I don't think, is EPL out of the, I mean, did EPL commit? I don't remember seeing his commitment.
I've not seen that, Jay.
So
silent.
There's still options. Silent. I mean, we'll see. It is disappointing on the bricks if that happens.
Hey, Justin Johnson, 5-star cousin to Manny Johnson.
Jimmy says we do look like a little bit like Kevin Bacon. Okay,
it is. I'll take that as a compliment.
I'll take it. That's right.
Some good Kevin Bacon movies.
R.J. Washington's another one.
No productivity. Hey, some good Kevin Bacon movies, guys. Drop your favorite Kevin Bacon movie in the chat.
It's got to be Footloose, man.
Really? Best one?
Oh, that's probably his most popular movie.
Remember he's done some scary ones. I don't like scary movies, but Stir of Echoes and Hollow Man, yikes.
But what did you say, Footloose, one of his most popular movies?
Tremors is pretty good, Jay.
What was?
Tremors.
Yeah, but
Dalpo is Tremors. 12 Degrees of Bacon. Yeah, Wild Things. Got Wild Things.
Okay. Wait, I don't think he was in Wild Things, was he?
Matt Dillon was. Wasn't Kevin Bacon too?
Maybe he was.
Hey, I'm Coconut Greg. I want more size, more speed. All of it. Flatliners is another one. Yeah, it's kind of freaky one too.
Hey, but don't you think they're getting size? I think they're getting
more. They're getting more with BV. I agree, Hornside. I haven't even look.
I haven't
even followed the EPL thing, and he's kind of been quiet about everything.
Jeremy,
what?
The best lineman they recruited, I think, is going to be the guy out of England,
Akinkumi.
I think he's the best one.
Had he have been in the States,
he
would have been a 4 or 5-star. Johnny, you're right. DeMarcus Granger never panned out. Ray Liotta's best movie, Jay. Go.
Ray Liotta?
I'm going to be so mad if you don't. I don't be so mad if you don't get it.
Got to be
Field of Dreams. Has to be.
Yeah.
Has to be Field of Dreams. What a great movie.
It was a great movie. Hey, so what is that? Jacoby Johnson. Listen, I'm not ready to say anybody's a stud until I see him on the field. I just can't do it.
Yeah.
I mean, I just can't.
Oh, it's unbelievable how short the skill guys were across the board, offense and defense.
Let me ask you this. Jalil Farouk. Is he being used right?
I don't think he's a wide receiver one.
Listen, I think he's a true slot receiver, kind of like Stoops does. But Stoops
I think he'll go there. I think he may go there next year if he doesn't go pro. I don't think you can play him on the outside as wide receiver one.
Let me ask you this. Better chance of happening. Farouk coming back, Farouk going pro, or Farouk transferring?
Oh, that's a great question.
Rank him in order.
Golly.
Rank that in order. Staying, going pro, or transferring?
I guess I would say the most likely chance might be going pro. I could see him transferring, honestly, but I think going pro. Here's the deal. If he comes back, as Satterfield says, you got Andro Anthony, Nick Anderson, and Gibson.
Yeah.
I mean, someone's going to leave.
You got Petaway, too.
Someone's going to leave. If he does come back, I think Gibson's done. And I wouldn't blame him.
Gibson's not going anywhere.
If he's not playing next year, Jay?
Okay, where do you think where do you think he grades out?
I think the combine is it would be the important thing because I don't know. He's got some speed. I think maybe he could grade out to go into a 5th round.
You know who he reminds me of, Jeremy?
Who?
I think his wide receiver, if he played the same kind of position in the way they use Sterling Shepard, I see it very similar.
I could see him being like a Sterling Shepard.
But I don't think they use him down the field a lot. I don't think that's his strength.
Yeah, Braden, wide receiver 1 right now. I mean, if you're going to go by numbers, it's Drake Stoops. And Brian, I like the last word.
Drake Stoops is not your wide receiver.
I like what Brian says right here. Really only needs one word: life. Yeah. Deal with it. Be better.
Yeah, but listen, I got to address this one too by Jackson. And you're going to hear it all off season how good the wide receiver core is, right? That's all you're going to hear. But we heard about all off season that Petaway was going to start this year. Did we not? He hasn't even played. So we can hear about all these guys all we want, Jeremy, but until they get in the game, Gibson hasn't played much this year. Anderson played more because Andrew got hurt.
Andrew Anthony is coming back for sure, 100%. He was great before he got hurt. Nick Anderson has proven himself. Gibson has proven himself. We did hear more about Freeman. I think Freeman
I heard about both. I heard about both.
Yeah, I mean, they're going to have Jackson Arnold slinging the ball around to him. I know that.
And, Lori on here earlier said she heard Levy leaving. I mean, I don't know where she heard that, but that'd be interesting for sure. I don't know. And I like the guy a lot. And in spurts and stuff, I don't think he's, a lot of people compared him to Drake Stoops, but let's not forget, Drake Stoops is now in his 5th or 6th year, and he's really coming in his own. The first 2 years, he wasn't getting that many catches. So
I tell you where the Andy Bass kid should play.
H-back?
Yeah. We don't play that position, but he would be an unreal H-back as well. There are so many wide receivers, Mark. There's so many.
I don't know. I mean, I'm wondering the same thing, Mark.
Coconut Greg, I think the stock. I really think Andrew Anthony. I don't think. And look, I think Stogner actually has gotten better the last few weeks because he's kind of been used a little more. But Bass could be used like a Deebo Samuel, but I don't think that's going to happen.
I can see that, Jackson, but I don't like. I like using running backs for running backs. That's just me. That's my opinion. Now, if he's going to be a backup running back and you use him some, that's fine. But I don't know. Listen, the next few weeks, I know a lot of people think, well, it's going to die down with the bowl. Once December 4th hits, it's going to be a madhouse with recruiting and portal. It's going to be wild. And it's just going to be a wild time. I mean, this is probably going to be the most people enter the portal in the history of college football this year.
I know Hunter has seen Bass play a few times this year, and he's very impressed with him. 4 wide set, Farouk and Stoops running inside routes and outside with the tall guys. I like that too. Yeah, Anthony's for sure coming back.
Oh, yeah, he's coming back.
Brian says Levy will have Bass play the left out position. Listen, I don't know. That position, Brian, that position seems to be pretty loaded, the left out position.
Yeah, but listen, Levy's offense, go look at the history of Levy's offense. It's a lot of it based on quarterback run, and the O-line's got to be good in the run game. And OU's hasn't been until maybe recently. They haven't even, Gavin Sawchuk just has got going. And what's happened? Usually the offense is better. But
hey, if there's a running back that leaves, who is it? Got to be Javonte Barnes.
If I had to pick a running back transferring,
Caleb Hicks.
No chance. He hadn't even got the opportunity yet. I think if I had to pick one, it would be somebody like Barnes if he doesn't get a chance. But I'm not going to speculate that. Same thing with receiver. If I had to pick a receiver, I don't know. We talked a little bit about it earlier. I love Farouk, but if I don't know if they're using him to the best of his ability, Jeremy. I don't know.
I don't know. Hey, Major's done. Marcus Major's done, right?
Hey, I want to address this too.
Jay, isn't Major done?
I don't know how many games
he's been there like 9 years.
Yeah, and it's weird with
he's been there longer than Rafe LaFrance was at Kansas.
Hey, this is a great point by Mark. And it very much does. It does affect the physicality.
It's the way of the leagues now, though.
But that is the way. And do you think Beatenbow can adjust to that? I do. I mean,
I think he can. It is hard to do both. I think, believe it. Hey, Xavier Robinson he's going to be good.
He's going to be really good.
He's going to be like a Tolly Walker, but better.
Oh, yeah, I think so.
Would love to see him a fullback.
Major still has a COVID year.
He's not going to play any.
I don't know. Hey, Nebraska, that Purdy kid looks pretty good. Chubba?
Yeah.
You know, remember when he was going to come to OU?
Hey, I hate to see it too, Coconut Greg, because what we saw in the Cheez-It Bowl was unbelievable. I thought he was going to be a powerhouse. He has not panned out. Injury has been bad. I don't know.
Next year is going to be a totally different animal. You got Devon Mitchell there. That's like another receiver.
I agree. Hey, yeah, should we run jet sweeps with Stogner? Exactly. I'm not sure.
Hey, I'm going to
Johnny says Major is done, yeah.
I'm going to drop the next trivia.
Drop the next trivia. We'll see if Johnny Robertson, I love that name.
Can get the sweep tonight.
Johnny Robertson.
Can he get the sweep? All right.
Can Johnny get the sweep?
Here we go. Me and Jeremy have both said on here that we think.
Jeremy and I.
Okay, thanks, English teacher. Golly, that bothers me when you do that.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
Are you in school today?
I'm always in school. I'm a lifelong learner, Jay.
So what do you correct your wife when she says that?
I correct everyone's grammar.
How does that go when you do that?
Doesn't matter.
How does
it's about
it go?
being better. It's about being better, Jay.
What does she do when you correct her like that?
Doesn't like it.
Okay, that's what I thought. Okay, moving
on.
No
one likes things that are tough.
Moving on. Okay, it's life. Okay, so here's the trivia question right here. So me and Jeremy have said Gabriel.
Jeremy and I.
Golly, seriously, this is unbelievable, Jeremy and I. Come on. So Gabriel, chance he doesn't play. You got Jackson Arnold starting as a true freshman. Name the other 3 quarterbacks to start as true freshmen at Oklahoma. There's been 3 quarterbacks to start as true freshmen.
I do go to bed lonely mostly because I'm on the Sooner Surge Double Trouble every night.
I hear you.
On the other side of the house yelling.
I'm out my garage freezing, dude.
Same.
Williams is one of them, correct. Caleb Williams
is one.
Give us the other 2. Who's going to get it?
Come on.
Put all 3 in your comment.
You got to have all 3 in your comments. Gundy, Rattler, Williams.
No, not right. Bomar Holloway, no. You got to get all 3 correct. Holloway, Aikman, Williams. Nope. Aikman was a red shirt.
Landry Jones, no.
No. Gundy, Williams, Aikman, no.
No. Someone's going to type it in right here. I feel it.
They've all been said. They've all
been said, yeah.
But not in the right all 3 together. Nobody's got all 3 together. All names have been correct.
It's all going to be who can type the fastest now.
Yeah. Nope. Still don't.
Jay, what about Rhett Bomar?
He didn't start as a true freshman. There it is. Gundy, Williams, and Holloway are the 3.
Dalpos had all of them in there, but he had a 4th.
I guess we could give it to Dalpos. He did name 3 of them. Yeah, it's Kel Gundy, Caleb Williams, and Jamel Holloway.
Jamel Holloway.
And Holloway
Rhett Bomar was a red shirt.
Bomar was a red shirt.
Everyone thought Bomar should have played as a freshman. Who was the quarterback that year?
I'm trying to remember. That would have been back in 2000. Was it Paul Thompson?
Because I remember I was calling for the guy to be benched. I wanted to see Bomar.
I did too.
It wasn't Hibble.
We're going to give that to Dalpost. He named three. He said three,
hey,
and he had 4 in there. So
can someone? Bradford was a red shirt.
Yeah, Bradford.
Jackson, you did name them all.
Jackson, you got all 3 correct on yours. Correct.
But so did Dalpost. Hey, Jay, who was the quarterback on Rhett Bomar's true freshman year?
I mean, I'd have to look it up. I'm trying to remember. I thought it was Paul Thompson, but I may be totally off.
Brian says Paul Thompson. Mark, you're right. Dalpo did name 4. Is this the Price is Right where if you go over, you lose?
Ooh, that's
Jay
true.
does look like
Bob Jackson.
Barker.
It does look like Jackson probably won. He had the 3 in there only.
Paul Thompson.
Yeah, that's what I said.
Was Paul Thompson one of the most overrated quarterbacks? Nice. Overrated.
Who?
Paul Thompson.
He's a receiver. He made an NFL roster.
Not at quarterback.
Green Bay Packers.
At quarterback?
Yes. Go look it up. Heather's late to the party, bro.
Jason White. No, Heather's saying Jason White.
Look at Dalpost. Dalpost says give it to Jackson. He's won so many, he doesn't care.
He's got like 50 rings on his finger, dude. That is funny. Bomar was the whole car dealership thing, and now these guys are getting paid out the wazoo.
Oh, yeah. Bomar would love it this time.
Remember Spencer Rattler's Raising Cane stuff?
Is he still doing the Raising Canes?
Doubt it, dude.
I don't know. He's been a disappointment, dude.
Disappointment.
Bomar was one of the most disappointing quarterbacks to ever play at OU.
Man,
and we had Aikman in this again. He's a red shirt, but do you OU fans claim Aikman? I do.
Reggie Bush would love it.
Oh, yeah. How about the USC fans and the ex-players like Matt Leinart, who were just sticking up for Lincoln Riley so much, are now like bashing him, which is hilarious to me.
Wait, Jay, Teague is saying Bomar started as a freshman.
I didn't think so, but
Mark doesn't claim Aikman. Only in Henrietta, Oklahoma, do they claim Aikman.
I'd have to look that up. I was pretty sure that Bomar did not start as a freshman.
Unless he came in for an injured Paul Thompson at some point, but he didn't start.
That's not starting a game.
Yeah. Paul Thompson led him to a Big 12 title one year.
Yeah.
With Alan Patrick. Biggest what ifs. Yes.
He was. He had a great arm.
Josh, look, this is my opinion, Josh. If Lebby leaves, my personal preference, again, this is all personal, I would promote Seth Luttrell. Seth Luttrell has been at North Carolina. They're in the ACC. Okay. Everywhere he's been, Arizona, Power 5, Pac-12, he's put up great numbers with his offenses. He runs an air raid attack, would be great for Jackson Arnold. I don't think Lebby's going unless he leaves by choice, my personal opinion, but I would hire from within. Now, the only problem with that is you got other guys who are probably qualified and capable, and is there going to be some kind of friction between there if you bring a guy from within? I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. I kind of think they would go not within. I don't know. And Mark's right. I do think we need a defensive coordinator. I mean, we need a defensive coordinator too. He says OC, but I think we need both. I mean, obviously, I don't mind Lebby. I just think he needs time. I think he's a very young coordinator and hasn't had a whole lot of experience calling the plays for himself. So,
you know what else I think I would like to see? Who's the quarterback coach at OU?
The quarterback coach, isn't it J.P. Losman?
Oh, I was thinking Lebby still does a lot of that.
Promote Seth Luttrell. Yeah.
Down at the was it the Indian Bowl where the Muskogee play that field?
Hey, do you know what? I think Lincoln Riley's buyout's like $90 million. They're not getting rid of him, but I think he's looking for the NFL 100%. Listen, he's always said he wanted to retire very young. Okay? He could take the Chargers job, not really even have to move, and make more money. Like, he'll get offered a bunch, and he may say it's way easier work without the recruiting and the portal.
Agreed.
Yeah, see, Bomar came in 2004, not 5.
I agree, DC. Yeah, with BV being able to. I like how you say that, Mark. Like a hungry shark fixing the
Yeah, I think
detail.
they need it. And I've heard a lot of people say Dave Aranda. I don't think he would necessarily go to be a DC somewhere. I think he'd still go to be a head coach somewhere. But
Hey, Levy need a coordinator. Would that guy be someone like Beatembo or Murray on staff, or Seth
well, he kind of
Littrell?
already has that with Joe John. I think they kind of.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm not sold on Joe John Finley yet on that. Me personally.
Yeah. I mean, if you look at the defensive coordinators out there, obviously,
Johnny,
a guy like Jim Leonard or something would be.
Johnny, I went to the new stadium this year. I actually saw a band competition there and a football game, but
they got a
nice
new stadium?
what they're doing there. Their AD is Jason Parker, played basketball at TU. Don't know if you remember him, Jay, but
yeah, I remember him. He's a good
AD
player.
at Muskogee.
Yep.
It's all right, Brian. I forgive you. Levy needs a solid mentor. Yeah, his father-in-law is probably not it. Joe John. Now, I like the Arnett guy, Mark says.
Yeah, that's it. Who said that?
Mark.
Yes.
That is so weird how he got fired so quickly.
Well, there was talk of him coming. And listen, Zach Silman fired him. He used to be at OU, Zach Silman. But I think Arnett's a great young guy for DC. The problem is, and here's what you got to think about. BV is so entrenched in the defense and the play calls, he's going to find a guy that has ran his defense almost, or like been part of it, because it's so
complex.
Yes, and how much of that is he willing to relinquish? That's the question. But let me ask you this: can he be? I mean, look around. Does Dan Lanning call the defensive plays? I don't think so.
No, but he's got his hands in the fire. And Emmett Jones would be a great co-OC, and I think it's the next step. I think to keep Emmett Jones, they may have to do that.
Lori, sorry to hear that. I hope you feel better before Thanksgiving. Whatever you have, I hope it gets better. We'll pray for you for sure, Lori.
And appreciate you guys that have been praying for our dad. He's getting better. Good day today, so that's good. Appreciate that. Yeah, Johnny. Jason Parker is. I mean, he's a good dude, doing some good things there at Muskogee.
Hey, he's already on the staff as an analyst. That would be a great pick, Mark. Great point out there. Great call out. I love Skaliski. I think he's great.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, it's going to be the off season, and like you said, Jay, from December 4th to the bowl game, even.
Let's close with this, Jeremy. How many guys do you think they lose to the portal? Just throw a number out there.
I'm going to say 7.
Over under 5.
Over
5.
I would bet my entire life savings are going to lose over 5.
Wow.
Which that's about $5. That's about $5, Jay.
Ask your wife if you can do that first.
It's about one Red Bull. But listen, Mark taking the over.
I would take the over as well.
Hey, Coconut, I look, Nunez, I don't know.
They have one, Nunez.
I don't know about him.
Jeremy, what can you do? I mean, if a guy's missing kicks, that's not on the special teams guy.
I don't know. Yep, I'm a teacher. Hey, everyone's taking the over. If they lost less than 5, then you would have to say,
okay, then let me ask you this. Do you want them to lose more than 5?
Yes, I want them to lose more than 5. Weed out the weeds.
That they did
it's called spring cleaning, Jay. You spring clean and you restock. It's like taking the out of dates at the vendor. Pull the out of dates and put in the fresh stuff. Is that a good analogy, Jay? I think it is.
That's not a very good analogy. So you're saying they get rid of the old ones?
The ones that aren't good anymore. How about that?
You said out of dates.
Yeah, not good anymore. Not edible.
Out of dates is old, bro.
Look, no team will lose less than no team will lose less than 5. Not possible.
We're talking about 18
to 22-year-old kids.
But do you think any will be big time? Do you think they'll lose?
Huh? What? That's the way they are. Oh, you're gonna offer me this? It's like they're always looking for the next thing. You were
Jeremy,
wondering what was going on. You were wondering what was going on there, Jay.
I was. Jeremy, do they lose any starters?
If Farouk goes, he would be a starter.
But that's just a
no,
name.
I don't think OU loses a starter.
You don't think anybody leaves?
I don't think OU loses a starter.
Thanks,
hey, Josh. Thanks, Josh. Let's see what. Thanks for the super sticker, Josh. I've always felt like Levy didn't fit the culture for us. Look at Chavez and Bates, leaders. Hope Leb takes job elsewhere. Thanks, guys. And hey, I will say, I agree with you as far as Chavis and Bates, as far as leaders, because what they're about is incredible. I agree. I'm not saying Levy's not about that, but it comes out in the way he communicates versus what they're posting, on social media and stuff.
Well, Levy is not much for social media.
He's not, but I do like kind of what Josh said. And Josh, thanks so much for the super as well.
Yeah, we really appreciate that, Josh. If I had to pick a starter, probably to leave,
DG. I'm just kidding.
Who?
DG. UCLA with Levy. I'm just kidding.
I really don't know if they do lose a starter. I think those guys are all bought in. Really, it'd be hard for me to point out a starter. I don't think they would. I think it's going to be guys that haven't got to play much and haven't had the opportunity. Jimmy says Joe John can lead. Listen, him and Levy are kind of together.
Joe John's an Oklahoma guy, and look at how many Oklahoma guys they have on staff. Levy.
Hey, I will
DeMarco,
say
this. Joe John. I mean, we can keep going.
Let me say this, though.
Latrell.
The Mississippi State job is an intriguing job.
And you think they've already talked to him?
What I mean by it's intriguing is him and Joe John were both at Ole Miss.
They're familiar with the state.
Zach Selman was at OU. But here's the deal. And I say intriguing. And Kim, I agree with you.
I agree with Kim, too.
I don't want Jeff Levy to leave. I do not want to go into the SEC next year with a new coordinator. I agree with Kim here. But what I'm saying is, out of all the jobs that are open right now, the Mississippi State one to me is the most intriguing because it's SEC. It's not a job there. I say it's not a job that you're going to have pressure on you, but they fired that guy after 10 games. You don't fire a guy after 10 games unless you have somebody you want right now. And right?
I agree. So maybe there was talking. Did Castiglione reach out? I don't know. That's all speculation. But Jay, what Kim says, and look, Jay, last year was I the biggest Levy basher?
You were last year.
And listen, guys, it's not just a top 15 offense; it's a top 4 offense right now. Yeah. And what would Jackson Arnold do with it? I mean, maybe even better. So I've always said I think Levy's gone if it's his choice, or if they don't like the off the field stuff. Now, Richard, thanks for being a Sooner Surge Unlimited member. I mentioned this earlier on the Sooner Surge chat, but yeah, he's actually 6'9", and his name is is it John Mendoza or Nathan?
Tyler Mendoza.
Yeah, but whatever it is, he's from Yale and he's 6'9" and he's over 300 pounds.
Hey, and Jeremy Levy, to me, I don't think anybody can judge Levy really until he gets his 5-star quarterback in there.
All right, that's another thing.
I mean, don't you agree?
If he goes elsewhere on his own, it's something else. But
yeah, he's not leaving except to be a head coach, in my opinion. So it's whether or not he wants to go to one of those other schools that have openings. I just think Mississippi State fired a guy 10 games in because they have somebody they want.
Right? I want to go back to Dalpois real quick. I think the upsetting thing on Joe John, I don't know, people maybe think he's with Levy as far as the coordinating stuff, but he did land Devon Mitchell. If he had not landed Devon Mitchell,
his recruiting he hadn't landed the big dog yet. That's correct.
He did now.
He
not, I mean, there's a lot of people down on him until that, because what would the tight end room look like if you didn't get Devon Mitchell, Jay?
Yeah.
We didn't get Steven Alexander's son, and Steven Alexander played for OU.
Yeah.
So
that's a good point. I think Joe John
is a long ways to the ground.
It is, but on O-line, there's been big O-linemen.
6'9" is massive.
6'9" is huge. There's a guy that plays at high school here where I live is 6'9".
I
Listen.
agree, Coconut Greg. The sad thing about Leach, and they kind of Zach Arnett was in the. I mean, Arnett was in the worst spot.
Okay, but what led him to be fired after 10 games? That's not fair.
They maybe realized that wasn't who they really wanted. Made a quick, impulsive decision.
I'm trying to remember. Maybe when did Zach get hired? Did he get hired after they had hired the coach? Maybe.
Yeah, I can't remember that. What the timetable was.
Yeah, because if he got hired after the fact, maybe he didn't want him. I mean,
hey, couple of things here, guys. Tomorrow, you got to drop your best recipe. I know this is
okay. Pumpkin pie or pecan?
It's pumpkin pie. Pecan pie is disgusting. Hey, but you got to have Cool Whip with a little pumpkin pie. A lot of Cool Whip, little pumpkin pie. Tomorrow night, we are going to be on, guys. We will not be on Thanksgiving, but we'll be on tomorrow night. We're not going to miss it. We're going to keep it rolling. We'll take one night off. Thursday, Ole Miss, Mississippi State will be playing that night. But drop your recipes in the chat tomorrow. And the other thing is, if you are part of a company who might want to be a sponsor, we would love to promote your product, your company on every night. It'll be right up on the screen. You can reach out to us at ousportsroundup@gmail.com or send us a DM through Twitter. We would gladly do that with you and talk to you about that. But Lori likes both pecan and pumpkin. Hey, I really like chocolate pie.
Yeah, and Mark has a great point there. Yeah, you got OU Texas moving the SEC. Some of those schools, you better get on. You better start winning, or it's not going to be pretty.
Yeah. So. Again, Josh Crenshaw, thanks so much for the super sticker tonight. Everybody else that's on here, the usual suspects and the new ones, and all the OGs, we appreciate you so much. Thanks for being another part of the Sooner Surge Double Trouble. Yep. We'll see you all again tomorrow night on Thanksgiving Eve. Till next time, Boomer. Yeah, Sooner. Share that channel. Appreciate it. Believe and be saved. Keep sharing it.